No matter where you are, everyone is always connected.
Who learns how to throw farts? I'll order more tubing and we'll get on Amazon and find for the Corsair 750 CX 750M. We'll need the wiring harness.
Okay.
I have these straight out, correct? This one is still here's the brackets. All right, so what are these for? The peel reveal. You gotta put that on the video. Right when it first starts, you gotta put it like peel reveal. like the old comics when it's like wham, bam, bow, right?
Oh my God.
Just, and you can even put in a side note that it was my recommendation video. That is beautiful. You didn't video it.
It's right here.
Oh. Cut out the sound. Stuff out of it. Here. Bam! Here, present it, Amaya. Present it. Go present it.
Yay! So basically within 1 week, I think it was less than a week, the XD5 pump that came with the cooling kit that we got completely failed. Turned my PC on, noticed my temps were way off, and I called my stepdad in, and he looked at it and he was like, the flow indicator isn't even moving. And I was like, okay. I saw on multiple Reddit threads that there were people complaining about being on like their third or fourth one within months. And I was like, no way. You guys are still getting the same one. And I also saw that they were having problems with Corsair not accepting an exchange for a different model. We got an exchange for the XD5. Sorry, my cat is crazy right now. Oh my God. I initially emailed Corsair to get the pump RMA'd. I mentioned that I did a bunch of research and saw that people were constantly replacing the XD3. So I was like, can we please replace it with a different model so that, you know, I'm not replacing a faulty pump every couple of months. They asked us for pictures of our loop and like serial number and invoice and all of that. And then they were like, yeah, we can give you the XD5 pump in Arctic White. And I was like, cool. Great, that works perfectly. We did standard RMA, so we packed it up, sent it out. I'd say the whole process took like a week or two. The hardest part was me beefing with the UPS lady because I put the wrong label on the box at first. She had a huge attitude about it. My mom had to come back the next day and save me after they sent it back to our house. So that was literally the worst part. That and my stepdad had to redo all of the tubing, because obviously it's a lot bigger, but whatever. It's finished. We got the XD5. Shouldn't have any problems. I haven't had any problems with it. It's been almost a month at this point that I've had it in there, I think. So I don't recommend the XD3 at all. I think it looks very clean and it's nice, but you're gonna have to replace it a bunch of times. So it's not worth it. Just get the XD5. It's like $50 more, I think. Anyway, let's speed run the tubing all over again. Oh my God.
Okay.
Drop that straight down. You're sitting at -3/8.
I'm back. We had to replace the GPU. And I knew that something was up pre-pump situation, but I never fully got to address it because at that point the pump had already failed and it was too late. But I was trying to play Dead Island 2 and also Overwatch and Fortnite. Those were like the 3 games that I was playing at the time. And the 2060 Super was crashing. Only the games were crashing. Nothing was like, it wasn't like my PC was completely shutting down or anything crazy like that. It was just the games that were crashing. And like in Dead Island 2, for example, I had things on medium to ultra, depending on which trial run I was going through. And as soon as I would get into any action is when I would crash. And it was coming up with the error that it's a driver issue. So I did a bunch of testing with that. The pump failed before I could even do anything about it. Also, I was able to play Dead Island with the 1080 or 1060. I don't remember exactly which graphics card is in my old PC, but I played Dead Island 2 perfectly fine on high with my 1080, 1060. So Fortnite wouldn't even open at one point. Like, I was stuck. I was permanently in the battle bus and then just completely crashed. And I Googled a whole bunch of different things. I, used the drive uninstaller to clean everything up and then install the new drives. I installed them without GeForce. Oh, also I ran a couple of benchmarks and they would crash. So it was like, finally, I decided that I would go to Reddit and figure out what they had to say. I was ignored a few times. I also was roasted a few times. But I finally took the L. I took the Reddit L. I realized this GPU is faulty or dead or whatever is wrong with it. So that was another problem. And the months that it took us to build the PC, this was like the last real problem that we had, thankfully. And I decided to go with a 3060 gigabyte, and it's very clean and pretty. And it was like $320, I think, so it wasn't too bad. And it's working beautifully. It's amazing. I love it, and it looks so clean in here because it's white and matches everything else. And yeah, so thankfully this was the last thing that we had to worry about. And it took like 2 seconds to install it. And now I can play, I beat Dead Island 2 in like a week, but I can play Overwatch and Fortnite with no problem. I can finally play Sims with no problem. So, yeah. Yay!
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if I recorded all the rest. I think I recorded some of me going through it. I can get some closer to
You better use that.
I'm leaving the sound in and everything.
Do it. Call it a dad moment.
Okay, you can get some.
You just go. Whoa.
Oh yeah, that's not even that ugly or bad. It's not as bad as I thought it would be.
What's the top look like? The other top?
The other
That's
top?
the bottom. Oh, shit.
So far, I am loving it so much. There are a few extra things that I'm going to get for my setup. Obviously, I have to get a real monitor, a real second monitor, because I'm using an old TV and it's like huge. My boyfriend is giving me his wireless mouse, so I won't have to deal with Grim chewing on my wire anymore, because right now I have a Razer Viper and it has like the cloth, like the fabric wire. It's just shredded at this point. We also have the wire in front of the radiator that I want to say that it was the pump wire that goes to the controller for the RGB and power or whatever. So that's going in front of there. Need to get an extender. We still could get some more fans for the top and the bottom, but temps are great. They stay at least under 60 degrees Celsius, which, you know, it could be cooler, but right now I'm not worried about it. Also, a cooler block for the GPU is an option, but again, I'm not stressing over it. There's so much space in there too that we could do stuff with, and I'm super happy with it. I'm very grateful to my stepdad that, you know, he helped me with this, did most of it for me, bought all of it for me. So I couldn't be happier. And also, not to well, I was gonna say not to plug myself on my own channel, but it's mine and I'm allowed to do what I want. I'm gonna be using this for streaming mainly, and this obviously. So if you want to follow me and you want to watch my streams and you want to do all of that, my stuff is in the description of this video, and I don't know, fun with it. But yeah, it took us about 3 months total. We got the stuff in April, initially, and then by early July we were pretty much completely done. So it was a lot of stress, a lot of figuring things out. I knew a decent amount about PCs, but nothing crazy. Like, I didn't know where everything went on the motherboard. I didn't know what everything did. I just knew that these are the parts that you get and they need to go in there. And my stepdad knew like little to nothing. Tubing is kind of his thing. Tubing and putting stuff together is something that he's very familiar with. So I got lucky with that. But yeah, it was, all of the water cooling was completely his idea. Yeah, a lot of, not blood, sweat, and tears, but a lot of sweat and tears definitely went into building this. So I'm gonna put it to good use. Anyway, thank you for watching. You can subscribe if you want to. I don't know what my next video will be, or if there will be a next video or anything, but you know, you should probably stick around and see. We'll see if I stick around and see. Who knows? Bye.
Okay.